start this year with a lot of expectations in terms of changing your life. However, now you feel that nothing has substantially changed or there are no signals of change and life seems to be moving along pretty much the same as it was last year. If that's the case, today's video is for you. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a few things that I have noticed over months of coaching various professionals across the globe in terms of how change is perceived, how growth is perceived, and how setting realistic expectations from yourself can change your point of view on growth and success. Before we get started, a quick reminder to 92% of you who haven't yet subscribed to my channel to do so now and click on the notification bell icon so that you can be reminded every time I release a new video. And now that we have you subscribed, let's get started. So the first thing, and which is the most important to realize, is that nobody is coming to save you. Yes, if you want change, you must create that change. Oftentimes when people think about changing their life, they think that something dramatically is going to happen overnight that's going to change their life forever. But the reality is that for most of us, change happens gradually and we have to create that change. Nobody else creates that change for us. There's some people who are lucky, who win a lottery or hit a jackpot, and for them that change happens overnight. But for most of us, that change takes time and we are the creator of our change. So expecting somebody else to work on things for you so that things change for you is an unrealistic expectation. If you haven't yet started working on your goals, your resolutions that you put together earlier this year, it's time for you to take a pause and identify what tasks do you need to do to achieve those goals and start working on them. Because guess what? Nobody's coming. You have to do it all by yourself. The next thing that I want to talk about is that growth is lonely. Not everybody is going to clap for you. Not everybody is going to be on board with all the ideas that you have. And that's okay. When we do something good, when we grow, when we start succeeding, when we achieve a milestone, our expectation is that people will cheer for us, that people will join us in that journey of growth. The reality is that the world is not built like that. The reality is that people are sometimes jealous. Your co-workers can be jealous of you. Your extended family members can be jealous of you. Your friends can sometimes be jealous of you. And understanding that is really important because then you know how to focus your energy and then you don't get hurt when people do things that you don't expect them to do when you are growing or when you are successful. In the same vein, I want to talk about forgiveness. We all are social beings. We work in various social setups, at work, at home, in family, in friend circles, while networking for business. And there will be invariably times when somebody would say something that would hurt you. Somebody would do something that would hurt you. And there are two ways people typically react. Some people are what I used to be before. I used to really hold on to some of the grudges. I used to feel bad about how people behaved with me. It took me a long time to understand that while I was holding those grudges, it was hurting me more than the actual hurt that was caused by the doing of that person. So basically, I was infusing that pain on myself. And it took me a while to understand that when I was forgiving somebody, I was not forgiving them. I was actually forgiving because I wanted a better life myself. So forgiving was for me, it was not for them. And when I realized that, it changed my perspective in terms of how to expect people to behave with me. I had a very good coach who once coached me through this process. And she said to me, Russian people can give you anything. They can give you a lot of hurt. They can give you a lot of pain. It does not become yours until you accept it. If you do not accept it, it doesn't come to you. If you do not accept it, it doesn't hurt you. So you have to stop accepting all that hurt. And that was a game changer for me. So I had to learn not to accept hurt. I had to learn how to say no to that hurt that was coming my way. And I had to learn that forgiveness is all about me and not about them. The next thing that I want to talk about, and this happens in corporate environment, I have a lot of friends dealing with it. We just started with the new year, but most of us have been through sales kickoffs, we have been through strategy planning, and we are tired. And it seems wrong to rest up and rejuvenate because it seems like it's too early in the year that we are doing this. But the reality is that burnout is not a badge of honor. Rest is productive. And as leaders, we need to change our mindset. So if you are already feeling burnt out with the goals or the resolutions that you put together for yourself earlier this year, know that you're feeling like this because you are not giving your body and your mind the rest that it needs to rejuvenate and bring your whole self into that goal, into the things that you committed to yourself and make them happen. So many times people say, it's just the second month of the year or just the third month of the year. How can I go on vacation? Well, guess what? Calendar doesn't determine whether you need a vacation or not. It's your body, your mental state, your soul that determines whether you need rest or not. The next one that I want to talk about, and this is probably one of those elements that has been a common theme across multiple videos that I have done and put out for you, and that is that life is too short to wait for the perfect time. And it's very, very important to understand this and know that the best time was yesterday and the next best time is today to start something. Please do not wait for next year, next month, next day to start something that you really feel passionate about. There's always a way to reprioritize things to make room for things that you feel passionate about. I'll give you an example. I had one of my friends who really wanted to start on a side hustle idea about 3 years ago, and she kept postponing it, saying that the time wasn't right, her work demanded more time from her, and she never pursued that idea. Fast forward earlier this year, she was laid off from her work, and now she has to start building an income stream because the job market is really tough. Had she started on that side hustle idea 2-3 years ago, she could have leveraged the money that was coming in from her job to really grow that side hustle so that it could have been a substantial income source for her today. But she didn't do that because she didn't think that it was the perfect time. She's now starting on that idea, and it will, we all know, will take her a couple of years to get to a state where that income from that side hustle idea can be substantial for her. If she would have not waited for the perfect time, and by the way, today is not the perfect time to start either, right? Now she doesn't have a paycheck that's coming in that can help with the investment into that business, or she doesn't have some of the benefits that she had with her full-time job to be able to fuel some energy into this side hustle idea. So what I'm trying to say over here is that there's never a perfect time to start anything. If you have an idea, please get started today. Do not wait for it. The next one that I want to touch upon, and it's really important to understand this, is that you do not owe anybody the version of you that no longer exists. Yes, it's a mouthful, but think about it. You no longer owe anyone the version of you that no longer exists. And what that essentially means is you were a different person 10 years ago, 5 years ago. If people are used to that version of you who probably didn't set boundaries with others, who probably looked at growth from a very different perspective, who was available for them all the time to go out to party or to help them out, your circumstances have changed. You're growing now. You have big dreams. You have a path to success. And what would happen then is that you are evolving as a human being. So while these people remember you as version 2, you already moved on to version 10 of yourself. So you do not owe version 2 to these people. You show up as version 10. And if these are really your people, your tribe, they'll love your version 10. And while we are talking about this one, I want to bring up another one, and that is silence is an answer, and often it's the loudest one. So while everybody would be coming at you and sometimes discouraging you for all the work that you're doing, instead of trying to justify yourself, instead of trying to justify every action, every behavior, just be quiet. Keep working towards your goal. Keep making it happen every single day. And what you will achieve is going to be the loudest answer to all these people who were talking all that nonsense about you. So those were the few tips that I had for you in case you're feeling stuck right now, in case you're feeling that nothing is moving in your direction, and in case you're wondering how my life will change this year. I hope you found this video useful. Please let me know which of these resonated the most with you. Share with your network if you have people who can benefit from my videos. I'll see you next week in yet another video. Till then, have a successful week. Bye-bye.